Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo, coming to you live from the beautiful Grand Transylvania, here in beautiful downtown Winters, California. I guess nobody got the memo that the air conditioning is actually working today. Everybody else got scared and stayed home a little bit, but we're playing for you at home too. You can play at home. Let's start off this service today with Our God is Love. My God is love. My God is love. My God is love. Love so divine, and it is yours, so it is mine. Let this be all I'm making of. My God is love. Your God is love. Your God is love. Your God is love. Love so divine, as it is yours, so it is mine. Let this be all you're making of. Your God is love. Our God is love. Our God is love. Our God is love. Love so divine, as it is yours, so it is mine. Let this be all we're thinking of. Our God is love. Our God is love. Our God is love, 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 love. Our God is love. Oh,
Good morning, good morning. Oh. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. And welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark, and I am the senior minister here. And I want to welcome you from the bottom of my heart here on this hot, did I say hot? On this hot Sunday morning. But we are in a nice, cool sanctuary, so I am receiving the blessing of a very warm, warm in our hearts, but cool on our skin, I think. And welcome to our online streaming audience. We are streaming online right now, live throughout the universe, so I'm very happy about that. Welcome, thank you for joining us. And geez, what a great day. Hey, Billy, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How about you, David?
I'm pretty good, Billy. I'm pretty good. I'm surrounded in love.
That is correct, and that's our theme this month. We got a lot of great artists coming up this month, so that's very exciting. Next week is a new person to our podium, but not new to some of you, I'm sure. Marshall McKittrick is going to be here next Sunday. Yeah. And just, I'm just hanging in there. I'm from the Midwest, so I've really gotten acclimated to this heat. To me, it feels pretty cool because it's like dry, so it's like a very different experience. I'm not, you just got to be careful, hydrate, do all that stuff. Otherwise, I'm digging it. And just one last thing, David, if I might.
Yes.
We do have a wonderful house concert coming up next week on the 14th. And that is Greg Karukas. He's coming up from LA. He is a Grammy Award-winning smooth jazz artist. And he's going to be doing, I just discovered this, he's going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. He's not just playing my new beautiful piano, but he's going to be having some tracks and his stuff that he's put together. So we're going to get a real intimate smooth jazz experience. Tickets are limited, so please make sure that you reserve your seat. All right, look forward to seeing you guys there.
Yeah, that's at the Blue Rose. Right? What's the name of that website again?
BlueRoseWoodland.com. You can register there. Thank you.
Yeah, the Blue Rose is making quite a name for itself.
I know. Erica's already getting calls from artists, and it's really exciting.
Oh my goodness. Blessings. God is good all the time, people.
Yep.
So, welcome. So what have you gotten into here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo? What do we believe? Well, we study the Science of Mind textbook, and that teaches essentially spiritual principles and how to bring about our good through thought, belief, and the interconnectedness of all life. It is a realization that God is not out there somewhere that we need to beckon and call into us. God is already here, present in our hearts, in our minds, in our lives right now. So that belief has a lot of power. And we believe in the power of belief. So we believe a few other key things here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. And I want to share those with you now. 4 key things. Number 1, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is a call for love, an expression of love, a result of love. And so we're going to get into that all month. We're talking about love. And we're talking about letting love do what it do. And so what does it do? It does everything. And we're going to explore that all month. But yes, we truly believe that love is all there is. And number 2, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. Thoughts are things. And everything around you and everything in your own lives has been preceded by thought. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy. Number 3, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete exactly as you are right now. We believe this about you, and we believe this about ourselves. Why? Because we come from a whole, perfect, and complete source. We come derived directly from Spirit, each and every one of us. And we have a piece of that Spirit within us. So we originated as whole, perfect, and complete, and whole, perfect, and complete is what we are today. So we feel very strongly about that. We feel strongly about that in our own lives, and we feel strongly about that with every single person that we meet. Number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone, and we're working from that world together. And it's a world that operates on love and law and cause and effect the same way it has since the beginning of existence. And so we, in this philosophy, study those laws and study how cause and effect and love and law have affected our lives so that we can retune our minds and bring about the good that we want to see. This world is whole, perfect, and complete. What if we all believed that? What if we all acted like that? Our actions might change. This world might change. So we very strongly believe that we live in a world that works for everyone. And so now it's time for my favorite time of the day, my favorite point of the day, when we get to look at each other in the eyes. We get to acknowledge each other. We get to see the divinity that is within. And we get to let that emerge and recognize it in another person. And we do that with our namaste greeting. So let's namaste. Oh, and if you are so inclined, give a namaste to our online audience as well. Namaste time. Blessed namaste. And since it is so difficult to corral everybody back into their seats for the namaste, I encourage you, this is not the only place that you can namaste. We can namaste with every single person that we meet, acknowledging them, looking them in the eye, knowing that they're whole, perfect, and complete creations of spirit. We can do that with every person that we meet. So I want to encourage you to do that. And now, please welcome our practitioner assistant of the day, Joyce Bahati. She's going to come up and give us our vision, our mission, and share with us today's affirmation. Good morning, Joyce.
Good morning. So we are having our vision statement first. Yeah, our vision statement. So I like to say it, to read it to you once, and then we can read it together to really ground it for ourselves. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. Let's say it together. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. Let's just breathe that in for a second. And our mission, to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Would you like to stand and just say that with us? To provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Yes. And I have to turn around and look at this because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
So our affirmation today, and we can take it home for the whole week. I affirm that love is the ultimate healer, and it is now restoring me to perfect health in mind, body, and soul. Let's say that together. I affirm that love is the ultimate healer, and it is now restoring me to perfect health in mind, body, and soul. And so it is.
All right, time for our announcements. First up, another reminder to go to the Blue Rose next Sunday, our beautiful poster. And it again is at July 14th, 6 p.m. Go to bluerosewoodland.com for registering and more information. Next up, more talent right here in this building. Patrick will be, and his band, the Stout Rebellion, will be live at Picnic in the Park in Central Park at Davis Farmers Market, and that's Wednesday, July 10th, from 4 to 8. All right. Next is again, just a reminder for Crush MS. If you were interested in going to this wonderful event, go to crushms.org for more information and tickets. And lastly, we have a new class, and that class is Heartivism, which starts Tuesday, July 22nd at 6 p.m. Heartivism is a movement that exists at the intersection of activism and heart. Join our Heartivism 5-week workshop series to explore a transformative approach to activism, emphasizing that the journey is as meaningful as the destination. Learn to foster greater peace, connection, and kindness, ensuring your efforts are impactful and sustainable. I think that's going to be a very useful workshop this time. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy, our board president. Give it up. All right, she's on that. All right. Now as we move into the more contemplative portion of today's service, please join me in singing this Michael Gott composition, There Is Only Love. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Oh, thank you, Billy. This morning we have 3 sacred readings. The first one is love, the outpouring of spirit, the givingness of life. In its lesser sense, the affection one has for another. The principle of love is not to be confused with mere sentimentality, although all forms of love are aspects of it. It is the great transforming power which brings everything into harmony. It is the unifying principle, the creative element, the motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life. In metaphysical treatment, it is the healing force. And that's from the Metaphysical Dictionary. The second one from the Dalai Lama. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. And finally, love is the most important healing power there is. And that's by Louise Hay. Thank you. So wonderful readings. Let's take a deep breath and just take that in. So knowing and trusting that love is the very essence of who we are, that infinite spirit that I choose by all the different names throughout all of humanity to call God. I am knowing that God is the love that is pulsating through each and every one of us, through our hearts, through our minds, through our actions, and knowing and trusting that it is the power that heals all ill in body, in mind, and in spirit. That unconditional love that flows in every part and particle of our lives. I am giving great thanks for this truth, for this loving community where love flows easily and effortlessly. I give thanks for the music, the message, the activities of this beautiful community, each and every soul that brings the love into the experience of life on the planet. And I know more than ripples in a pond, that it goes out and out and out into the whole world and beyond. So knowing and trusting this, I give thanks. I give thanks for the infinite love that is allowing us to breathe, to beat our hearts, to connect with us, person to person, soul to soul. And I just simply know and trust it all is truly well in this world, in this body, in this mind, that we all are connected within. So I let go this word and I move it through the activity of the great love, that law of first cause, knowing and trusting that it is done far beyond my wildest dreams to pure perfection. So I just release it and let it be. Will you say with me, please? Ashe. Amen. Aho. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Joyce. She has the most beautiful voice. Really lovely. So the theme this month is just putting a very simple thing on it is love, and that's always my favorite subject for picking out music because it's really easy. It's so many songs about love, and I wanted to write one about love, and you know that wonderful feeling that you have when you've met somebody really special and you fall in love. I wanted to talk about that same feeling about God, falling in love with God, and falling in love with love. This is called Different Day. We can learn to rise above all the things that bring us down. We can learn to live in love. What was lost can now be found. We can take each other's We can learn to rise above all the things that bring us down. We can learn to live in love. What was lost can now be found. We can take each other's hand, and suddenly we understand that it's a different day with God in our hearts. Different days, see how true love starts. Different way of calling, a different way of falling. Falling in love with love is God, and falling in love with God is love, and falling in love with love is God, falling in love with
So how are we all doing this morning? Good, good. Oh boy, all these thumbs up. And yes, all these bright, shiny faces. It is wonderful to be here this morning and to talk about our theme of the month, which is Let Love, ... And all month, we're going to be talking about what we can let love do. Let love heal you. Let love empower you. Let love inform you. Let love uplift you. These are just a few aspects of love, but we're going to dig into those all month. And today we're talking about how love can heal and how we can use love to heal, how we can work with it consciously. And it's consciously is a very important word, is to be conscious with our application of love. Being able to recognize it, and then being able to bring it up, bring that feeling of love up in yourself. So, pursuant to that, the first thing we need to do is define love. Oh man, I forgot my clicker. I'm forgetting everything today. Everything. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I want to tell you guys a story about something I forgot today. My tale of woe. And I did not do this on purpose today, but I've got one that just happened this morning. Thank you, Patrick. Yes, a hand for Patrick, who's always saving the day. But yes, so let us first define love, and we're going to go back to the sacred reading, to part of it, where it says that love is the great transforming power which brings everything into harmony. It is the unifying principle, the creative element, the motivating power that is fine, the motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life. So that is what we're dealing with when we're talking about love. We're talking about the love between individuals, it might be romantic love, and then there's this big overarching love. And where does that come from? Well, that originates from the very beginning of everything. I talk a lot about the moment of creation as if I was there. But in my mind, in my imagination, I picture the first bits of creation coming forth. We had to start somehow, and creation was initiated somehow, and it looked some kind of way because we're all here, right? So when I imagine those first little things popping into existence. I imagine God, in whatever form it is, creating existence out of itself. And immediately upon that creation, I don't imagine that the first molecule was born, the first subatomic molecule. There's a proton. God says, that proton's okay. But I like these other protons better. That proton's that's all right. And then the electrons and the neutrons those are okay. And then they form up to make things that are just okay. It's like, no. God is the all-powerful, all-knowing creator of all things. Whatever God does is perfect. Right? It can only be thus. Because God is perfect. So perfect can only be born from perfect. So each one of those little bits is perfect. Each one of those little bits is loved. Immediately upon creation, God loves it. And I take my cue from nature when I think about this, because I've noticed that creators love their creation. Creators love their creation, by and large. And looking at the creation, we are also looking at the Creator. In a very basic sense, my kids, you see my kids, and you're seeing me for all intents and purposes. When I sit down and I write something, I'll write it out, I'll post it, or I'll send it out to people. That writing, that bit of creativity that I had is me. You're looking at that, you're seeing me. For everything not everything that I am, but you're seeing a very important part of me that I have taken out of myself and given to the world. As we see God's creations, we're seeing God. When you see any creation, you're seeing God first. So I believe that creators love their creation, so I believe that God loves us. That is the love that we're dealing with here. It's not just based on conditions like, are you short, are you tall, are you skinny, are you large, are you, whatever, what gender are you? God doesn't have to make all these calculations to figure out if you're loved or not. God makes one calculation. Are you here? Do you exist? Oh, you do? Then you qualify for the full measure of God's love. That is the love that is love. Now, we can aspire to love more and to love our fellow person and to aspire for God's love. A lot of us may not get there because God's love means you love everything and everyone exactly as it is right now. And we put a lot of conditions on love, which is what we do. We're conditional people. We have conditional bodies, that are only going to be here for a certain amount of time. So we're wrapped in condition. But God does not have those barriers. And it's good to know that there is an ideal out there of love. There is an ideal of love being achieved, and that is by God loving everything. So that gives us something that we can strive for. So that's kind of the definition of love. That's what love is, and that's the love that we're talking about. So we are also talking about healing, and healing has a much more basic definition to it. To make whole. That is healing. When we seek to heal, we seek to make it whole. And that dovetails lovely in a wonderful way with what we believe that we discussed earlier in the service, because we believe that we are already, that we are right now, no matter what our condition is in our lives, that we are whole. That we are whole. And so we live that wholeness. We live from a place of wholeness, not from a place of lack where we're trying to make ourselves whole. So that's what healing is. So how do we let love heal us? Well, there's a few different ways. I call them doing acts of love. And there they are. Acts of love. And we may not think of these things as acts of love, but that's what they are. Okay? So I got 7 things here. So number 1, affirmation and positive thinking. These are acts of love. Because we only affirm what is positive and good. We don't affirm the negative. We affirm the truth of what we have, the truth of what we are right now. And we do this based in love. By affirming love and focusing on positive, loving thoughts, we can shift our emotional states towards healing. Affirmation and positive thinking are very important in our lives. Number 2, meditation and prayer. Do you guys pray every day? You can tell me. Who prays every day? You can raise your hand. Yeah. And why do we do that? Because it's effective. It works. Prayer is a type of meditation. It calms us. It lowers our heart rate. It helps us to see clearly when life is clouded with conditions. Sometimes we have to go back and remember what our foundation is and where our foundation is built. And that's in love, in truth, in togetherness, in unity, in empowerment. That is our foundation. And in order to get back to that foundation, meditation is a great tool. Prayer is a great tool. And having someone pray with you is also a great tool, because you can know it by yourself, that 2 people knowing the same thing is powerful. 3 people knowing the same thing is even more powerful. So, the third thing that we can do is recognize divine love. And recognizing that God is omnipresent and is a living, loving force. Acknowledging and accepting that this divine love is within and around us can be deeply healing. If you look around and recognize signs of God, recognize those little coincidences that we talk about. Recognize these little states of grace that we get just when we need them. The more that we can recognize God, the more we can know that God is near. The love of God is near. It's here. It's at hand. I can reach out. I can touch it. I can feel it. I know that it's all around me. That is a healing force that we put around ourselves as we stay in the proper state of mind for healing and for loving. We have to know that we've got unlimited love. Okay? This isn't something we're going to run out of. Okay? We're dealing with the love that is love. We're dealing with love on a subatomic level. Okay? That is how God is loving. Each and every molecule, each and every piece of every molecule is loved by God. That is the vast resource that we have to grab our love, to claim our love from. Number 4, and this is a big one, A big one for me, self-love and forgiveness. Healing through love also involves cultivating self-love and forgiveness. This means letting go of self-criticism, guilt, resentment, and embracing oneself with compassion and kindness. And I need some help on this today, people. I need some help on this today because I have a little story. I have been talking to the board about, in board meetings, and I give a minister's report, and I have mentioned a few times how I'm desiring a lavalier, not a lavalier, but a headset mic. Okay, that's just something that I want. It will kind of free me up so that I can kind of walk around and I don't have to hold a microphone, which I do a lot. And it's something that I have envisioned, but they cost money. These things cost money. And I've envisioned what this cost will be, and the cost is great. And the cost is too much to spend right now. Maybe we can do it a little bit later on. And so this has been like kind of on my heart, and I've kind of talked to people about it. And it just so happens that last week I was at a friend's church, and I was speaking there about infinite blessings. And the friend of mine is a friend of all of ours. It's Jim Jordan. He comes and he substitutes for Billy every once in a while. And you know him. He's a wonderful, wonderful pianist, organist, and he's just terrific. And we've been friends for a couple of decades now. And he's just a great person. So I come in to do my talk, right? And hey, Jim, you give him a hug, and he's kind of got this smile on his face. And I'm like, okay, what is he so happy about? So strangely happy. And I'm immediately suspect of that. Why are you happy? Just happy. Well, I shouldn't be, People get high on life. So, they have at that center, they have a headset mic. And so I was getting fitted with it, and I was like, man, this thing's nice. And I put it on. And we, check 1, 2. Everything sounds great. And he says, "Hey, you like that headset?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, this is awesome. I can walk around. I'm free. This is great for a speaker." And he said, "Well, you see that case over there?" And it's like, "Yeah." And he said, "That case has a headset mic and 4 wireless headphones." And I was like, "Okay." And he said, "That's for you." He said, "I want you to have that." I found that on an online auction that I frequent, and it was there, and so I purchased it, and I'm so excited and so happy to give this to you. Yes, and yes, that was so wonderful, and I'm like, oh. I'm feeling all the feelings. I'm going over there, I'm looking at it, I'm opening it up, I'm like, oh my goodness. I felt like, did you ever see The Christmas Story? With Ralphie, and Ralphie, his great dream is to have this BB gun. And then the whole movie closes, and I hope I'm not giving any spoilers, but he gets the BB gun. And forgive me for that spoiler. But at the closing scene of that wonderful movie, he's laying in bed and he's holding his BB gun, and he's sleeping with it. That was me that night. I had this big case in bed. I was like, "Why do you bring that case to bed?" I was like, "Oh, don't worry, this is my microphone." And I went to sleep just holding that big anvil case. And I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait to take these to service on Sunday. I'm so happy." Test 1, 2. Well, where is it, Reverend David? Where is this great gift that you received, this wonderful blessing that you received from a very dear friend that you could not wait to use throughout the week? I'm opening it up. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. I got something new. I'm like a kid. I'm opening it up. Even though I don't have all the stuff to hook it up, I'm just taking it out. I'm looking at it. I'm unwrapping it and saying, let's see how it fits. How do I look, honey? She's indulging me. So excited I was. And I put it down, and I put it off in the corner, and I'm like, you wait till Sunday. I'm taking you to church with me. And so, again, here I am. Where is it? In a very safe place. So safe that I completely forgot it this morning. Utterly. And it's one of those things. It's like sometimes you forget something, you kind of remind yourself over the day, or sometimes you forget, and it comes up as you're driving or something like that. I plumb forgot until I got here this morning, and Patrick came out and said, "Hey," because Patrick works the sound for that other congregation as well. So Patrick was there. And as a bonus, Patrick knows all about this system. He knows how to hook it up. It's the same one that they use there. So I don't have to worry about fumbling around. It's like, how does this work? It's not working. Patrick already knows how to hook it up. How can it be more perfect? And so, he comes out and he says, "Hey, you got that microphone?" And I was like, "What? Oh no, I forgot!" And immediately, punishment had to be dealt out. And the Dave inside has been like, "How could you forget that? You wanted to bring it all this time. How could you forget it? What a disappointment. Why did you do it?" And I am on myself. Okay? This is the peace-loving Reverend David. I have love in my heart for everyone. And the time that I need to love myself, I got my dukes up. I need to be punished. I need to learn my lesson. So where am I going with all that? So I need your help. Help me forgive myself for forgetting those microphones and leaving them at home. Help me, help me, help me. Sometimes we cannot do it on our own. Sometimes we can't do it on our own. And as I'm sitting here and I'm getting ready, and it's still in the back of my mind, "Oh, David, why'd you do that? Oh, man." And I'm regretting. But, and then I thought to myself, "Oh, this is perfect. I'll bring this up on service." I did not do this on purpose to bring it up. Because I wanted that microphone. I wanted to use it. So, we will have next week. This is not, the end of everything. But these are the times when we need to express self-love. I love myself. Ultimately, I have to admit I do. I don't mean all those things that I said about myself. I have to admit that. And I have to just give myself a break. You know what, David? You're human. Humans forget. That's something that we do as human beings. And I was in a hurry this morning and I forgot. And that just proves that I am human. And so I need to let myself off the hook. And as I do, something miraculous happens. As I'm having these thoughts, this is real-time healing here, people. Real time. As I'm having these thoughts in my head, as I'm sharing them with you, I'm starting to feel better about what happened. As I'm feeling the love from you, healing is happening. I'm feeling better about it. Thank you for helping me with that. You're all little healers out there. Yes. Give yourselves a hand. We are all just here helping each other, healing each other. And it makes a difference So thank you for letting me digress on that. And thank you for helping me to feel better. God is good.
All the time.
Yes, all the time. And as I'm getting welled up, it's very difficult to be thankful, to be happy, to be whole, perfect, and complete, and then to turn right around and say something bad about myself. That's very difficult to do. To inhabit two states of mind at once. But I can positively inhabit one state of mind, and it's the state of mind that I want to experience, and that is the state of mind of love, of being surrounded by love, of being able to choose love. So that brings us to the fifth point, and that's service to others. Engaging in acts of kindness and service to others is a way to express love and connect with the greater good. This can create a sense of fulfillment and healing, both for the giver and the receiver. And we just did that. You guys thinking positive thoughts about me, forgiving myself, has an effect. It's real. And I know it's real because I just felt it.
We love you.
Oh, I love you too. But you know that. And that brings me to number 6. And that's community and support. Get with a community that supports you. Get with people that love you and want the best for you. It's a powerful thing coming to a place, a club, a group, a gathering, a spiritual center perhaps. And getting with people and looking others in the eye that love you, that have the absolute, that want to know the best for you. I want the absolute best for you. It's not a competition. I know that your best is not going to diminish my best. We can all have the best together. And we can know that about each other. And that is so positive and wonderful to look somebody else in the eye and think, man, I want everything to work out for them. I know what they're going through. I know what they're up against. And I want them to succeed. As a matter of fact, I know the best about them. I don't just think it. I don't just wonder it. I don't just want it. I know the best about that person. I know that the best is happening in their lives right now. Having a community know that about you is powerful. And you can let that knowledge and let that love heal you. No matter what you guys were thinking about me before when I asked for your help, I can deny your help. I can get all of these good vibes from you and think to yourself, you guys don't really know. You guys don't really know me. No. I deserve to be beat up. And then I can continue to beat myself up. It's my choice. Or I can let love do what love does. I can let your love heal me. We can let our love heal each other. But we have to let love, which is the theme of the month. One last thing, and that's holistic health. And that's things that take care of your body, your mind, your spirit. Practices such as mindfulness, healthy eating, physical exercise, taking a class perhaps, maybe a heartivism class that is coming up on July 23rd. Starts July 23rd, that's a little plug. But taking classes, taking part in Jason Gerardo's wonderful mindfulness events, where he's always delving into taking care of ourselves, putting our oxygen mask on first before we put it on anybody else. So that leads us to the home play. And home play is quite simply, quite basically. And I chose a home play that we can practice at home. We can practice this by ourselves, or we can practice this with a group of people. But your home play assignment this week is to love thyself. Love thyself. What do I mean by that? We have several opportunities during the day, throughout the week. We have many moments where we misstep, when we say the wrong thing, when we do the wrong thing, when we miss the mark that we've set for ourselves. What happens when we do that? What do we do? Do we take a page out of Dave's book and start pummeling ourselves and abusing ourselves to a better tomorrow? I have to admit, that's kind of how I was raised, because my parents did not spare the rod, and thusly did not spoil the child. So the discipline that I grew up with was a very hard discipline, but it was for my own good. You've heard that before. So yeah, this is terrible, this is awful, and I don't like it, you don't like it, but hey, it's for your own good. So I grew up believing that, for my own good, I've got to do something awful, I've got to feel something awful to bring about this sense of good. But that is not the case. That isn't the case. We don't have to punish ourselves into a better tomorrow. We can love ourselves into a better tomorrow. We can love ourselves into a better present. And so that's what I want to encourage you to do. The next mistake you have, and I know that I'm looking at a bunch of perfect people that rarely make mistakes. But the next mistake that you make, remember, you are loved. You are loved by God. You are loved by you. When we're trying to discipline ourselves, we're just acting out of love so we don't mess up anymore, but we don't have to beat ourselves up. We don't have to express love in that way. We can express love just for love's sake. So the next time you mess up, the next time you leave your mics at home, or something like that, just remember who you are. Remember that you're surrounded by love. Remember that you have a community that loves you. And remember that you love yourself. And you only want the best for yourself. So give yourself the best of you. Yeah? All right, so let's take that into prayer. Let's go inside right now. Inside to that place beyond. Beyond all condition. Inside to that place of peace. Quiet, stillness, that place where we are alone with ourselves, to that place of deep knowing. And it is from that place that we declare that we revel in the fact that there is one. One Spirit, one God, one And as we acknowledge this oneness, we must also acknowledge that we ourselves are part of that one. That one great, powerful, all-consuming love that stretches from one end of the universe to the other, uninterrupted. I'm part of that love. And as I know that about myself, I know that for each and every person here, we are all part of the one love that is all love. We're a part of it. It's coursing through our veins. It's breathing into our lungs. Every moment of every day, we are surrounded, enveloped, and embraced in love. And so as I accept this as the truth of my life, I also accept it as the truth of everyone's life. We're all surrounded by love. Love is the birthright of all mankind. And so, as I have access to the source of all love, to the deep well that is the source of all love, I have love to spare. I can love myself, and I can love every single person that I meet. Because I know that I can't run out. As long as there is an existence, there is love. So I'm grateful to know this. I'm grateful to know that at any moment I can shine the light of love on myself. I can shine the light of love on anyone that I choose. And I know this about me, and I know this about every blessed ear that's hearing my voice. About everyone that's walking out on those streets. About everyone on the planet right now. We are enveloped in God's love. And so I accept it with a thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for giving me the ability to heal myself and the ability to heal others through the power of love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is with that joyous sense of gratitude that I release these words, knowing that they're true, knowing that they're done, knowing that they're acted upon, knowing that I will see blessed, loving manifestations everywhere I look. I know it's true, and I know it's done. And let us all release it with the words, and so it is.
Well, one thing that's cool, David, is that now we get to anticipate these new microphones. See? If you just brought it and sprung it on us, we just would. Now we get the whole week of excitement, thinking about, can't wait to see that microphone. Can't wait to hear that microphone. This is one of my favorite songs, probably one of everybody's favorite songs. From one of the best groups ever. And that's from Liverpool. This is called All You Need Is Love. Little Billy Twist. can make that can't be made. No one you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you and die. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Sweet, sweet love. Love is all you need. Love. Sing that with me. Love, love, love. Good. There's nothing you can know that isn't known. Nothing you can see that isn't shown. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Sweet, sweet love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love, love,
Wonderful. Thank you, Billy. We are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing, and we call it conscious, committed, and structured giving. And there's many ways to give and expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering. We give of our talents through participation, and we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and to live their inherent greatness. There are several ways to give, many, many ways to give. You can text to give at the number on your screen. You can go through our new PayPal address, which is donate at CSLYolo.org. And you can send a good old-fashioned check or money order to CSL Yolo at the address on your screen. Or you can just put some money in the plate that's coming around to you right now. And if you're online, you can visit CSLYolo.org and just click on the donate button, and boom, you can donate that way too. So there's many ways. We got all the bases covered. Now that we know why we give and how to give, let us enter into the sacred consciousness of divine abundance. And I ask you to place your hand over your heart to symbolize that vibrational energy of circulation, and say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks
bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given according to the law of circulation, it returns to us. Full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks. We let it be so, and so it is. All right, we have a special message to all the children out there, the children that are headed this way with all the young little families that are coming towards us, and the children that are nestled deeply within our hearts. We say, we love you.
We love you.
We are glad you're here.
We're glad you're here.
And, wait a minute, let me start that over again. We love you.
We love you.
We're here for you.
We're here for you.
And we're so glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
Thank you for backing me up on that, people. I said, we're so glad you're here. And you guys just followed right along, even though there's something completely different on the screen. I appreciate your support. We believe in the power of connection at this Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. And what does that mean? That means that we believe that we are connected to spirit, and that we're connected to each other, and that connection has power. And we exercise that power through prayer. So if you find yourself in need of prayer today, there are prayer professionals here today with us that are chomping at the bit to pray for you. Prayer practitioners, raise your hands. Oh, there's one back there. Yes, we are here. We are ready for you, and it is our pleasure to pray for you. So if you find yourself in need of prayer, please come to us and let us know. And we've got a wonderful little prayer area off to the side of the sanctuary where we can just sit and know the best about you. And if you don't want to speak to us in person, then we can always pray for you if you put a prayer request in the box, or if you leave a prayer request on our secure online email that you can leave, and that email comes right to our practitioner core, and we pray on those issues that you present to us. So, one more thing, fellowship time after the service. And one important thing about fellowship time is that we are constantly trying to make the best fellowship experience for you. So to that end, our fellowship chairperson, the lovely and talented Heather Clark, who is recovering nicely from her knee replacement surgery. We're going to see her here very soon. But everything is on schedule, and maybe even a little bit ahead of schedule. So she's feeling good. She no longer has the knee pain. She just has the healing pain. So she's just healing and getting better and enjoying her new knee. So that is the status update on Heather. But she had a survey that she would like you all to take about how the fellowship is going and what your preferences are for the fellowship. So downstairs, when we have our fellowship time, you will notice that there are some questionnaires strewn about. Please pick up one of those questionnaires and fill it out for Heather and give her something to do as she convalesces and reads through your comments. She will greatly appreciate that. And I'm going to take all of those questionnaires home with me and deliver them, of course, if I can remember to bring them home. So all of that happens after the closing song and benediction. So, birthdays! I almost forgot. Thank you, Jason. Reminded me that we are in the first week of July. That means we celebrate July babies. Any July babies out there?
America.
America. Yes. The biggest July baby is America. So to help us celebrate, we have Joyce behind us. She's going to give us our song.
Is this on? Yes, it's on.
It's on.
Yeah. God danced the day you were born. The angels set the bump to Gabriel's horn. God danced the day
She always puts a little extra sauce on it for us. You get that sizzle at the end there, that great note. All right, so we're going to do that. We have a tithing partner for this month, and I was remiss in sharing that with you. And do we have a slide for it as we go back in time? back in time. Oh, we do. Our tithing partner for the month is Rise Inc. And Rise Inc. is a nonprofit public benefit corporation serving the rural community to enhance the quality of life and opportunity for self-sufficiency. Their vision is to build healthy, strength-based communities where everyone's talents and gifts are shared. Rise's vision is to foster communities where all individuals feel connected and valued. And that dovetails nicely with our mission that we have here at our center. So we are very happy and pleased and excited to be partnering with Rise and to help support a worthy organization. So that's that plug. Sorry, I forgot. And I know that I'm forgiven. I'm doing self-love, right?
Yeah.
Loving myself, right? Okay. So, so with that, let us head off to fellowship after our closing song and benediction. So let's all get in a circle and have a song or two. And so it is.
Great service. I love it here. I love you. I'm so happy to be here today and hear your message. I love you.